Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Do you think the loss of one day is going to affect the test match? Has there been many test matches where there's been a loss of a day but still managed to produce results?
Yeah, in all my years of playing, this has been the worst ground, funny enough. My first test match, we lost 3.5 days of cricket. The match with South Africa versus England with that famous match fixing kind of scandal that went on, that was also another case in point of 3 days were lost. So this ground's not great. When the rain comes here, it comes properly. As I say, I think we can still get a result. I think there's no doubt that India on the Trump position, they're sitting very pretty as it stands. It might just force their tactics a touch as to how quickly they have to get the runs on the board. But, I think they would definitely be thinking if they can post a big score over 400, there's no reason why they can't put South Africa under immense pressure and then try and move the game forward at the back end. I think this rain break definitely benefits South Africa more than it does India. Because of the way the first day is gone, I think they're on the back foot, and at some stage they might have to fight for a draw. So any time taken out of the game will assist them, and that gives the bowlers a chance to recover after a heavy first day. And with the covers having been on the whole day underneath there, I think that surface is going to get a little bit moist, and maybe in the first hour tomorrow there'll be a lot of assistance with a ball that's only 10 overs old. So it definitely favours South Africa, this rain break, but there's no doubt that India is still in a much stronger position.
It's very interesting you say that because, obviously you and I have both played matches where if your team has run away with the first day and then it so happens that the second day is completely washed out, then two mindsets prevail very, very strongly. Indian team, which is on top, is only looking at victory or maximum a draw. Whereas the South African team, the win is out of the question. There is no way they can win this match from here on unless a miracle happens of some sort or some very strange declaration happens, which we will come to later. But now the results available in Africa in many ways is a draw or a loss. So do you think that would put them in a slightly negative or a sort of pressurized mindset? And on the other hand, do you think for India, the fact that declaration is a very tricky and a very interesting decision to make changes the dynamic of this test match?
Yeah, I think your point is very valid. If you start thinking about playing for a draw from the start of day 3, you can get yourselves into a negative mindset. So South Africa have almost got to come out and think, well, with the conditions that there might be in the morning, can we pick up 3 quick wickets? Can we actually put India under a little bit of pressure? And then if not, how do we bat first time round? And then that would dictate what basically happens in the game. I think from the India perspective, I think they've really got to start to think now, if they can get things going again in the morning, they can actually start to think 500. If they can think 500, then they can believe that they can bowl South Africa out twice, or maybe have to bat quickly for 20, 30 overs, get 100 or 150 on the board, and then look to declare again. But it is a nice situation to be in because India have had such a good start and the game's been shortened. They will be thinking confidence about how they can perform and how they can get a result. Whereas I agree, if South Africa start to think of a draw from now, that's dangerous territory to head into. But I don't think India must change too much. You have lost today. You can make up maybe 2 hours in the test match going forward. And it's when you start thinking too far ahead that often, you lose your focus on the job at hand. So I would think just come out and play the normal way. They scored at a decent rate, and a big first inning score must be their aim, and then they can worry about the rest later.